Welcome to my YouTube channel and blog. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another card tutorial. Today I have a clean and simple card design. It looks fresh and it reminds me of spring. I'm using Designer Tea stamp set, which is a celebration stamp set that is free with your $50 purchase. And I'm going to use a panel that is embossed. I have the brick wall embossing folder here, and I'm going to use some stitch die and a regular die for the sentiment. To stamp the sentiment, I am using the stamp that says "Don't Quit Your Daydream." I really like it. It's the cutest thing. I wish it were bigger and I could use it on a card as the focal point, but it's not. It's small. And my goal in using this stamp set was to make it where it was not a t-shirt card, because that's the way that it's intended, but there's a lot of ways we can go outside of the box. I'm using Pear Pizzazz, and this is the Watermelon Wonder ink that is going with it. And all of these colors are going to come together with a piece of designer paper. I'm using regular white, whisper white, for the embossing folder, and my advice on when you use an embossing folder is to make sure that you have your quote-unquote sandwich ready and test it out to see how you like this embossing folder. Sometimes you can flip it over and the other side can be what you really like. And then on the ones that have the like the brick wall, you might want to be conscious of exactly where you place it in the folder, because the bricks will lay out a certain way. All of the measurements for this project are written on the post-it in the top right hand of the video, and of course they are always listed in the video description as well. Also, my contact information is always in the video description at the very bottom of the list. I have a piece of natural trim that is in gold, and I want to bring a little bit of, I don't know if flair is the right word, I just wanted to give some interest to the part of the card that has the sentiment and the designer paper. Can you guys notice that this designer paper is shiny, the little strawberries and cherries? It's from Tasty Treats. That's one of the new papers in the Occasions catalog. And there's a couple of papers that are in the set that actually have been, it's like they've been clear embossed over them. And there's so many things you can do. Not only does that embossing give you texture, but you could do some coloring over it and it would protect the color of the strawberry or the cherry. There's so many possibilities. I decided to just use a small amount of this paper on the card because I wanted it to be, I didn't want this to be a card that would be like a strawberry explosion, like a Beatles song, Strawberry Fields Forever. What I wanted to do was feature the Designer Tea stamp set. So I wanted the sentiment to really be what my eye was drawn to. Therefore, I have a complement of the Designer Series paper, but I didn't want it to take over the whole card design. I'm just getting it into the right position, and I'm going to trim it to where the paper is, like the back end of the paper is hidden behind the sentiment. And the sentiment is created with the stitched shapes on the white paper, and on the green paper, which is Pear Pizzazz, it is the layering squares framelits. The way that I like to use the stitched framelits is I pair them with the regular layering ovals or the layering squares, or all the different layering shapes are fantastic, and using the stitched dies with them is a great complement to any card making project. I've got dimensionals on the back of this little sentiment medallion, and everything kind of goes together. It's clean and simple design, and you can change the colors and the paper and just go crazy with this, and it makes a nice birthday or card or any idea. I have metallic sequins that I'm using the fine tip glue pen, and I decided to cut one of those glossy strawberries out. I had just the tiniest little scrap of paper left over, but there were still a couple of strawberries, so I thought it might be a great idea to fussy cut one of those strawberries and to place it on the brick wall with the sequins that were going to be shown. Thank you guys for joining me for another card making tutorial. I invite you over to my blog at jennystampsup.com, and there you will find a brand new card idea every day. I appreciate you following me along on my YouTube channel, and if you haven't done yet so, then please subscribe and like this video. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hi, my name is Trip. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.